The screen you're now looking at is processed by bits. Classical computers like smartphones and laptops consist of bits, and bits are made up of small particles like electrons. And since the electron has a magnetic field, we can know the electron act as small magnets. When these small magnets are aligned in a certain direction, we call them as spin. The direction of the alignment distinguishes whether it is 0 or 1, and with this, I've just simply explained what bits are. Our computer uses those two simple numbers of 1 and 0 to create thousands of data, and that is what we call as bytes, gigabytes, and megabytes. Quantum bits, also known as qubits, are very identical to bit with their basics. They both start with 1 and 0 to make thousands of data, but there is an important factor that you must know to distinguish whether it is a qubit or a bit. Superposition is the important factor here. Bits only use 1 and 0 exclusively, but qubits also use numbers like complex numbers, which are between 1 and 0 to deal with more information. In other words, it can be in a state of both 1 and 0 at the same time. This might seem quite bizarre, but if you think in this way, it might be easier for you to understand. Think that this sphere here shows a spin up or 0. Now, think that this sphere shows a spin down or 1. Then, what do you think about this third sphere? This sphere shows a bit in the state of qubit. As I just mentioned, a bit can be in a state of qubit, and what it needs is the help of a microwave. And how does it work? If you send a microwave with certain hertz, the spin of the electron changes from 0 to 1. However, when we change the duration or the pulse of the wave, the 0 state changes to a state of superposition. Modern physicists are trying to use this method and methods which are far developed than them to create quantum computers, but yet the condition it requires is too hard to make. And that is why only large labs are researching on this topic. And now, you might ask why it is so important and life-changing for us to use qubits, even though we have brilliant machines like smartphones, which are very well functioning by bits. Here's the answer for it. Smartphones use bits, and bits need a large amount of time to go over big calculations because classical computers have to go through process checking all the given possibilities one by one. While with qubits, we can check all the possibilities just in one calculation. However, since qubits are very sensitive to temperature and electromagnetic waves, it might take us a large amount of time to use them in daily life. But when we can use them, we will be able to challenge ourselves to find the perfect vaccine for COVID-19.